Okay, so Charles, can you tell us a little bit about the history of hemp? You know, for most people, it seems synonymous with marijuana and getting high and all that sort of stuff. What is hemp? Where has it come and where is it going to, do you think?
Great question. Well, up until the early 1900s, hemp was the most domesticated crop on planet Earth, and its uses typically were focused on the fiber side, and for most of things, especially in regards to shipping and ship sails and ropes and these sort of things in the industrial world, were it was a huge prevalent item, and especially clothing. Well, in the last 100 years, there was also competition for things like making rope from plastic. So if you start to understand the whole petrochemical industry and the ability to make other chemical fertilizers and other chemicals from these petrochemicals, that people who were in that industry wanted to have less competition. So obviously having a super sustainable crop like hemp around wasn't that favorable to them. So they did things to start making them less desirable, let's say. So it was politically assassinated, ultimately. And it was put in the drug category, same as hard narcotics. So even though there's hundreds of different varieties of the plant, just like poppies and other things out there that might have certain levels of psychoactive ingredients and such, or drug effects, the hemp that we use for foods and clothing and such has none. It's not registerable on our instruments to detect. So really and truly, it has nothing to do with drugs. Unfortunately, there's a lot of disinformation out there, so it's taken us a long time to re-educate people. It's come legal again in Canada the last 10 years. It was forced to grow by the farmers around the Second World War, but ultimately the last 50, 60 years it's been tough to get it back on the market again, with the United States being really the spearhead behind giving it a bad name.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting. I actually saw that video you're talking about, where they encouraged all their farmers to grow hemp during the Second World War because they couldn't get the other materials. It was all going towards their war machines.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.